Well, hello. So today, more shakeups, more breaking news from Saturday Night Live. What's happening? So the news just broke that Sarah Schneider and Chris Kelly will be the new head writers for Saturday Night Live. They were previously the supervising writers for the previous season, so you can kind of sense as to what was happening. That there was a shift. That maybe I don't know whether. Comment in the section down below, but have you noticed that supervising writers have oftentimes become the head writers after previous seasons? That's something to note and understand. Then, where do they come from? Sarah Schneider primarily comes from College Humor. Chris Kelly, hilarious YouTube channel, by the way, and I believe they have a website as well. They oftentimes putting out a lot of content, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now, Chris Kelly comes from Funny or Die, Onion News Network, and he's won a Peabody. Good for you, Chris Kelly. And well, so you notice, you see a theme here. You see the College Humor and you see the Funny or Die. Those are things that are constantly putting out content. A lot of content. Seeing what sticks, seeing what doesn't. The new generation of comedians the new generation of comedian producers are comedian producers that have thrown out a bunch of stuff on the internet and have kind of seen, okay, what works, what doesn't, what is working. My only concern is that in the web, and I'm going to include a mini, a best of, our article at the bottom where you can see the skits that Sarah Schneider and Chris Kelly, and of course, when you see the skits, you're like, yeah, of course they're going to become the head writers. But the question becomes, notice that most of these skits are taped and they're not live. So skit content in regards to coming up with genuinely funny skit content. So will that happen? Will that not happen? So I do think that if Saturday Night Live wants to increase the publicity as to what's going on, that they should put in a bigger resume with more of the skits that have been written by Sarah Schneider and Chris Kelly that have been improv, that have been live rather than taped. So those are the kind of things, because it's Saturday Night Live, not Saturday Night Taped. And which I've oftentimes said that I think it would be great for Saturday Night Live to have its own other show of Saturday Night Live shorts. That would be wonderful, right? I believe that many Americans would watch that if it happens after Saturday Night Live. I think if we had an extra hour, I believe we would. And then that would be content that would be led on to the internet, and people can log on to the YouTubes and watch them on YouTubes or the Hulus or whatever it is that they watch them on. Because there's a switch in content between 15 seconds, and there is, an understanding how to navigate the whole situation. But I do think that from looking at what they've done so far, Sarah Schneider and Chris Kelly are going to do a great job. So I hope that Saturday Night Live does more publicity for Chris Kelly and Sarah Schneider in order to get the word out as to what kind of humor we should be expecting from season 42. It's a magical number, right? Season 42. Thank you, and I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, and John Rudnitsky is not coming back. But again, we've seen people that have not come back, like Sarah Silverman, that just really knocked it out of the park. So kudos to John Rudnitsky for being on Saturday Night Live. And I think that sometimes people will have negative feelings, like when they're being let go, like not knowing, like, oh, I didn't know I was going to be let go. It's like, well, you were on Saturday Night Live. And, I think kudos to that. I think that that's just, at the end of the day, people should just walk away and be like, most notably, I think that Adam Sandler has never hosted Saturday Night Live or so. And, any kind of people that have negative feelings to Saturday Night Live, I want to wish you, get over it. I want to wish you all, you were on Saturday Night Live. Like, if you have a negative feeling about being on Saturday, how you got let go from being on Saturday Night Live, seriously, get over it. There's millions of Americans that wish they would have even a cameo on Saturday Night Live. So I think that's it. Just anytime anybody goes on the press and you can tell people that don't host, people that just kind of like stay away, because of whatever. Thank you. And Sarah Silverman, can we get Sarah Silverman to host Saturday Night Live? I don't know if she has. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful year. Take care.